Good morning. I'm Christian Heatherly.
And I'm Brittany Allen.
And this is Real Talk. With the new year, it's practically impossible to write the correct date.
Nevertheless, remember important upcoming ones, especially after the break.
So to keep you from falling behind, here are your junior and senior updates.
If you're already missing the break, then you'll be glad to hear that thanks to a teacher work day tomorrow on the 16th and Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, Monday the 19th, this will be a 4-day weekend.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, however, especially with the issuing of report cards on the 22nd and an SAT test date on the 24th.
Graduation is less than 5 months away, which means college is right around the corner.
Whether you've had your decision made up for months or are just now hearing back from colleges, this is the critical moment for all seniors.
Here's Courtney King on college acceptance.
It's an exciting time here at Midland Valley. Our seniors are choosing what the next step in their life will be. Will it be a 4-year university, a 2-year college, or maybe even work? We have a few students here to tell you what their plans are and maybe flash a few acceptance letters around.
First, I plan on going to a JUCO school for football, 2 years, then transferring to a university.
I plan on attending Clemson University, hopefully.
I'm going to college, just don't know where yet.
I plan on going to a 4-year college and playing football.
What are your plans after high school?
I want to go to college in the state of South Carolina.
Have you been accepted?
Yes, I've been accepted to 9 colleges. My top choices are USC Aiken, Erskine, Lander, Winthrop, and Francis Marion.
And what do you want to do?
I want to become a geneticist.
What are your plans after high school?
I plan to go to college.
Have you been accepted anywhere?
Yes, I've been accepted at USC Columbia and USC Aiken.
What are your plans when you graduate?
I'm going to go to Erskine College and play baseball.
I'm going to attend a 4-year university.
Have you been accepted anywhere?
Charleston Southern.
Do you plan on attending?
Yes.
What are your plans after high school?
I plan to either further my education in photography or animal science.
Have you been accepted to any schools?
I've been accepted to USCA in the Art Institute of Charleston.
What's your plans when you graduate high school?
When I graduate high school, I want to go to a 2-year college and then transfer to a 4-year university and from there go into the mission field.
Even if you've received your acceptance letters, don't forget to stay on top of your schoolwork and check in guidance for new scholarships. For Real Talk, I'm Courtney King. Back to you.
As the second semester starts, some of us may be catching a case of senioritis, whether you're actually a senior or not.
But if your grades weren't quite where they should have been first semester, then you might want to get over it real quick.
Here's Jesse Bryant on failing first semester.
First semester is over. We know this could be a stressful time for some students because we know they have failed. Here's some of the downfalls of failing first semester.
The biggest downfall for failing first semester is you got to work extra hard second semester to get it called back up.
So, a downfall of failing your first semester would have to be you have to pass your second semester. If you don't, well, you're going to fail for the year. Thank you. Have a great life.
My name is Jesse Bryant, and a downfall of failing first semester is, God, you got to try harder next semester, got to take all your books home. You actually got to study. I want to be here next year.
Okay, so the downfall of failing the first semester is that you could put yourself in a position where your average is low enough that you would have to work extra hard in the second quarter in order to pull up your grades. For example, if you're sitting on a 60 average in the first quarter, you would have to make an 80, not the first quarter, first semester, you have to make an 80 in the second semester in order to even pass your class. Bare minimum.
Well, there you have it. For those who failed first semester, I hope you do better second semester. For Real Talk, I'm Jesse Bryant, back to you.
Every year, Midland Valley receives a few students from other countries. I caught up with Matthew Tabo, who moved here from the Philippines to discover the differences in our cultures for our segment on international students.
being a 16-year-old senior, I don't know, I guess it's weird in a sense, because you see all these other seniors, they're like 18, 19-year-olds, and you're like sitting there and you're like, hey, I'm a 16-year-old. The food, you can search up in Google, adobo, caldereta, kare-kare, Filipino food. There's this one exotic food in the Philippines called balot. It was featured in Fear Factor actually. It's premature duckling eggs. A guy asked me if I'm Filipino or Asian. And I'm like, Philippines is in Asia, guys. I really like playing chess, and I really like playing video games such as League of Legends, and I really like dancing a lot.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections.
I miss all my friends and my family there.
If you take a look at the teacher's parking lot, you can't help but be just a bit envious of some of their cars compared to yours.
Believe it or not though, teachers were once in the same position as us in high school.
Here's Trevor Lockaby on high school cars.
Most students think they could use an upgrade on their vehicle, but turns out our teachers didn't ride in much style either. Here are a few teachers from Midland Valley telling you what they drove to high school.
My first car was a bright yellow 1970-something Ford Pinto. If you don't know what a Ford Pinto looks like, it looked like a bright yellow egg, and we called it the lemon. So a lot of people picked out my car, but they sure asked for rides and jumped in it. And I drove that car from 1994 until about the year 2000. But it was very embarrassing driving that car to high school.
My name is Mrs. Conyers, and when I was in high school, I drove a glass black Volkswagen Bug. We called it a Super Beetle.
I'm Miss Brooks. When I was in high school, I drove, my junior and senior year, I drove a white 1999 Nissan Maxima, and I thought I was so cool.
Hi, I'm Mr. Hostetler, and I drove a 1991 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme 4-door to school in high school. I got it when I was 16. It was my grandpa's car. I got it for free, and you could pile 6 people in there, 6 seat belts, and it was awesome. It was a gas guzzler.
So maybe our cars ain't as bad as we think they are. For Real Talk, I'm Trevor Lockaby. Back to you.
Do you think you have talent? Midland Valley is hosting its very own talent show. Stay tuned for more information.
And coming up after the break, Maddie and Nabnett reveals some of your predictions for the Super Bowl this year.
Then, Will Johnson fills you in on what's in theaters coming up after this.
Do you have talent and would like to display it for the student body? Well, come audition for Midland Valley's variety show called Stomp It. You'll see individual group acts, a variety of bands, and singers. And even dancers. If you would like to come audition, come out on January 21st and 22nd. Hope to see you there.
The weather is constantly changing, especially in South Carolina. So to keep you up to date, here's your 5-day forecast. Although the high for today is only 52 degrees, the temperatures are going to rise this weekend, ranging from the high 50s to low 60s before dropping to the high 40s on Tuesday. With mostly clear skies up until Sunday, when it'll be windy and partly cloudy, you'll be in for a chilly weekend, so don't forget to grab a coat before heading out.
With the cold weather, chances are you're going to be spending a lot more time indoors.
But don't let that keep you locked in your house all day. Catch a movie this weekend.
Here's Will Johnson with his box office previews.
The new year means new movies, which means that this week we bring back the box office previews. We have 3 movies to show you, so here are your box office previews. The first movie is the true story of the greatest American sniper in history. Bradley Cooper takes the lead role in this action thriller.
I got a military-age male on a cell phone watching the convoy over.
If you think he's reporting troop movement, you have a green light. Your call, over.
Maybe he's just calling his old lady.
Her arms aren't swinging, she's carrying something. Yeah, she's got a grenade. She's got an RKG Russian grenade. She's saying to the kid.
You say a woman and a kid?
You got eyes on this? Can you confirm?
Negative. Your call.
They fry you if you're wrong.
The second movie stars Chris Hemsworth as a convict that joins American forces to track down a high-level hacking network.
Some hacker is hitting our financial markets.
4 major banks, and that's just what we know about?
If we want clues to the hacker's identity, we need a man named Hathaway. What do we know about this guy?
He's a convicted hacker serving 15 years at MIT. Genius coder.
I want you to commute my sentence for identification and the apprehension of the guy you're after. Those are the terms. Is he political? Terrorist attack? Any declaration?
The guy we're working will drop the big hammer and not think twice about it.
He's on the move again.
Chicago, now China.
This is only the beginning. He's still writing. What for?
The third movie, The Wedding Ringer, stars comedian Kevin Hart. He plays the role as the CEO of a company that provides a best man for guys who come up short on wedding day.
Hello? Seth, it's Doug Harris. I was wondering if you would want to be my best man. You're the first person I thought of.
I heard you died.
Eduardo, ¿cómo está? I don't know what to do. I told her that I have a best man lined up.
The truth is always the best.
What if the truth isn't an option?
There is one other thing.
Welcome to the Best Man, Inc.
So, Edmundo sends you to come find the Oracle.
What exactly do you do?
I provide best man services for guys who lack in such areas.
So, I'm not alone?
Alone? No. I'm in a very profitable business because of guys like you. How many weddings do you think were in the U.S. last year? 2.4 million. There were 2.4 million grooms.
So start your year off with one of these great movies. I'm Mel Johnson, and this has been your Box Office Previews.
The Super Bowl is just around the corner, which means the rivalries that have gone on all season are fueling up, and we don't just mean the teams.
Maddie and Abnett spoke to a few of our football fanatics to hear their Super Bowl predictions.
This year's NFL season has been full of triumphs and letdowns. Many of the better teams last year have been some of the worst this year. But the season isn't over just yet. This week we asked people how they feel about this season and who they think will compete in the Super Bowl. Which NFL teams do you think will make it to the Super Bowl this year?
I'm thinking the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, I'm a Colts fan, so I'll say the Colts and the Seahawks.
What team has disappointed you the most this season?
Probably the Falcons, because I thought they were going to be pretty good, but not really too much.
Has your favorite team done as well as you hoped they would?
Oh yeah, Colts going all the way.
I'm not sure who's going to go, but I'd like to see Dallas and Carolina in it.
I think that the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks, in my opinion, have the best chance of going to the Super Bowl.
Well, in my opinion, I think the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks will compete in the championship.
What team has disappointed you the most this season?
I'd say the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really wish they'd have went further.
Probably the Falcons, because I thought they were going to be pretty good, but not really too much.
Falcons.
Probably with being more local to us, the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons had some chances this year to, make the playoffs, and they blew it there at the end, especially with a disappointing loss to the Carolina Panthers.
Well, I'd probably say my own team has disappointed me the most, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think that they did better than I thought they would, but I would have loved for them to make it the whole way.
Oh yeah, Colts going all the way.
Dallas did pretty good, yeah.
Yes, ever since Brett Favre played, I've been a Green Bay fan, and so the Packers have done well, and I hope that they do well in the playoffs.
Yeah, they did kind of well as I thought they would, considering the people they have, but I think they should have went a little bit further.
There are a lot of interesting opinions and predictions about this football season and Super Bowl at Midland Valley. Whatever yours are, don't forget that life is full of surprises. For Real Talk, I'm Maddie and Abnett. Back to you.
From waxing to plucking, people go to all extremes to keep their eyebrows shaped, and even then, it's still a painful nightmare.
To help that process go a bit more smoothly, however, Yara is here with some eyebrow tips.
By this age, most to nearly all teenage girls have experimented with makeup. Some good and others, not so much. The big thing nowadays are eyebrows. So we got some males' point of views on what they think when they see girls try to achieve the perfect eyebrows.
Truly, it's up to them. Who am I to judge? I guess it's just a style,
What I think is they don't need to try and change the way that they are right now. I think every person is perfect just the way they are, so.
Their eyebrows look too thick, and their eyebrows be on fleek.
They look like pencil drawings.
I think girls like their eyebrows like pointy and like black, I guess. Like they're really thick.
So just remember, try not to try so hard because in the end, they might not look as good as you intended. For Real Talk, I'm Yara Ramirez. Back to you.
I'm Brittany Allen.
And I'm Christian Heatherly.
And this has been Real Talk.